gonna say a bunch of weird stuff.
Okay, good. I'm excited.
I was sorry.
That will go on the blooper reel. Okay, so everyone knows me. I'm Bree, and I'm from North Carolina. And who else wants to go?
Who are you pointing to?
We already agree. You're gonna go first, right?
Okay, I'm Tatiana Vera, as my little thing says. I don't know if it pops up when it actually goes on YouTube. I'm coming from New York City right now, but I'm originally from Rockland County. And my professor is Dr. Maville. What else are we saying to introduce ourselves? I don't know. We're going through
like who you are, where you're from, something fun about yourself.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let me pull up the thing. Yes, I'm Brianna. I'm from Rockland County, but now I'm in New York City, close to Columbia's campus. And something that I like to do for fun is honestly spend time with people now because I miss them. My extroverted side is struggling during COVID. So that's me.
I feel.
I'm Sandra, and I'm in Denver right now, but I'm originally from Illinois, kind of Mexico too. And something fun, I learned how to ride a motorcycle this summer, so that's really fun. So now I can say I have that skill.
That's the one I always say. Okay, hi, my name is Cindy. I am currently in New York City as well, but I'm originally from San Francisco, California, like the actual city, San Francisco, not like San Jose or something like that. Sorry, y'all. But fun fact, I am very lactose intolerant. I tell people that all the time. But I will always eat cake. I love cake. That's the fun fact I have for y'all.
So, like, what did you guys first think of our cohort? Or how did we find each other in the first place? I feel like Tatiana can tell this story because I knew she was going to again.
So, a little bit beforehand, but Brianna went viral on Twitter because Black Girl Therapy, right? What was the Twitter handle that had retweeted you? And you got like
Therapy for Black Girls.
Pardon?
Therapy for Black Girls.
Therapy for Black Girls. Wonderful Twitter account. They retweeted you. So you got like thousands of likes, like thousands of like retweets or something like that. And so it ended up on my newsfeed. And I saw it that like, oh my God, at Columbia also? I got accepted too. Girl. And so of course I reached out to you. Like I think I DM'd you. I didn't just like go on like on your mentions or anything. Like
I'll have to find the
DM'd you. I specifically DM'd you in order to be like, hey, I just got accepted too. You're my cohort mate and da 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 da. And so what was funny was that you told me later on, you were like, is this girl lying to me? Because I didn't post like my announcement until like a month and a half later or something like that. And I should have posted it right away because like I knew right away, but like I just wanted to like weigh my options, I guess. But I knew I was going to Columbia too. And so then and then we found Sandra through another woman who's in the counseling program as well, who's under my professor's research team, Marilyn. And she asked if I wanted to be connected to Sandra because she knew you, which I'm sure you can introduce how you know her. And I was like, yes, of course, let's do this. And then we started like our own little WhatsApp group. And then we found Cindy because finally the professors all introduced us, and the Dr. Huang was basically saying like, y'all should contact the correct one, because I had emailed Dr. Huang when I was trying to connect with you, Cindy, to give you the link for the WhatsApp group. And so we were actually like inviting Dr. Huang into our WhatsApp group, and she's like, no, I'm not going to join this. Here, like direct it to the right person.
I'll let the viewers know that my advisor has the same exact name as me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Very confusing for new people.
See, you were a mystery because I was like, who is the fourth person do we have?
Yeah, we know nothing about you, Cindy.
That's so funny because I knew everything about Brianna and Tatiana because of the Twitter stuff that was going on, because a lot of like the doc students in the program were already
yeah, that's how I met Christian also.
Right. So because I was already in the master's program at TC, and so like, which is like hilarious that like y'all had a group going and I was the only one that was missing when I was all the doc students, they were like, oh, these are the people, you should connect with them, and I was like, I don't have Twitter. I don't have Twitter.
Oh man. Yeah. See what happens when you miss out on Twitter? Yeah. But no, Sandra, how did you know Marilyn?
I had met her at a conference, I think a year before applying. I don't know. But I was like, I knew I was interested in applying, so I like talked to her. And then I went to New York for my birthday for a weekend, and I actually met up with her, and she just like was super awesome and told me like her experience. And then when I got in, she texted me, or I texted her letting her know that I like decided, and I think that's when she connected me to you.
You guys the story already, but I'll just tell it for the viewers. But like super serendipitously, because I had gone to the NLPA conference and I was volunteering so they could get the reduced fee, and so on top of that, like just randomly on the NLPA listserv, and NLPA stands for National Latinx Psychological Association, they were having their conference. Just a random woman said, I have a room, I'm trying to fill it up with 3 other girls so that we can all like, you know, get a reduced price for the hotel that the conference is in. First come, first serve. Me and Marilyn were one of the first people. And so by the first day that I was there, being friendly, I'm asking her and all the other girls, so like, you know, are you guys students? What's your deal? Marilyn was saying like, yeah, I'm at Columbia's TC counseling program. I was like, you are? Oh, that's interesting. And then she goes, and I was asking her like, who's your professor that you're under? And she goes, Dr. Maville. And I was like, that's very interesting. We should talk more. And she like better connected me to my current advisor, so that was really awesome. So Marilyn is like the go-to person.
Yeah, I actually met her in Denver at a conference here. Yeah.
Okay.
That's small world.
What conference did you meet her at?
The National Multicultural Summit or something like that. I think it happens like every other year.
Taking it back to like our first Zoom meeting, how nervous or not nervous were you all to meet each other?
I was ready.
Sorry. Like my body was ready.
I'm gonna plug my light back in. Okay.
So you were excited for us?
You were excited?
Yeah, because like all the other doc students were already talking about y'all because they already knew like who got in according like in their labs. So I was like, okay, I just need to like meet these girls. And then Brianna, I already knew you.
Oh yeah.
From a previous, I don't know, you could talk about it.
Yeah, Cindy and I met each other at another interview for another school. In line, apparently, for sandwiches. So.
Yeah, and like we were talking about,
cool.
Yeah, like I think it was really cool that we were talking about our research and we were like, oh, like we should totally connect after, you know, the interview, whatever. And then we just like never saw each other after. We like didn't exchange contact information, nothing. So I was like, well, that was a misconnection. Yeah. And then for the interview,
little did you know.
Yeah, like because it was all online, you could see everyone's faces. Like I saw her face and I was like, oh my gosh, it's her.
Yeah, we were in the same like group or whatever, and I was like, but I didn't want to message you because I was nervous that people would see the transcript like after, you know, you can see the chat transcripts, and I was like, I don't want to message, but it worked out. So.
Worked out. Here we are. So yeah. I was really excited. I don't know about y'all, but I was.
You guys remember seeing like on the interview? Because I was trying to scroll through and see everyone, and like there was a lot of people at the interview. First of all, but I think I remember seeing Tatiana because I interviewed with Mabille. I think we were in the same
group interview. I came late.
Group interview too.
I got there late, but like because someone wouldn't let me out of the waiting room. That's why. And I was like, and I emailed her and Cassandra, Dr. Maville and Cassandra. I was like, is it still happening? I've been waiting. And then they let me in. And so I was just like, oh my God, I have to make it still an impression.
Yeah, so our interview was online. I don't know if like viewers know that, but our interview was completely virtual, which is fitting because I think that this year most interviews will be virtual because of COVID. So maybe we could do a video about, you know, virtual etiquette on interviews, because I definitely did some things to help me during that.
Yeah.
You know, having my notes pulled up and stuff. So, but anyway, yeah, just some background. I know I was super nervous to meet y'all. I was like, yeah, I was terrified. I didn't know what to expect. I was like, I remember because I took the call from like our old playroom area, and I just remember like shaking because I was so nervous to like see you all.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, I was super nervous, but you know.
Wait, what were you most nervous about?
I don't know. I felt like everyone. So I had stalked Tatiana, like, you know, I because I wanted to know. And I like seeing your Twitter, and I was like, wow, this girl looks like she's on it. Like, I was just really intimidated, I think, just because like only 4 of us got in, so you know, it's really selective. It's hard.
And you're one of the 4.
It's like it's nerve wracking because you know you start making all those excuses like, oh, I get in because of whatever.
Yeah.
But no, I was so nervous. Hence why I also had a drink. So.
Side, I felt like one of those like chihuahuas that was shaking from like excitement, just like, oh my god, it's happening. Just like to see these people. And I felt like I just went in with such good expectations that like I'm gonna have the next 5 years with these people, like it's gonna be great, because I feel that like you genuinely need to have like a bad character or a bad soul for me not to like someone for like a first impression. Like I feel like I'm very open to getting to know people. I'm very open to like if someone is just like a genuinely good person, and if someone's working on themselves, that's okay too. Like I probably won't get that close to you, but that's okay. Like I won't, like I'll try not to judge. Our field is like we know that people are capable of change. But I was just really excited because like these are going to be people that are going to be like, you know, in my life at least for the next 5 years, if not more. Like I'm just really excited to meet them. I was excited.
I think I was mostly excited, a little bit nervous, but I think I was just excited to like see, like I made a decision. The decision took me so long to make too. So then I was like, okay, like now I can like, it felt more official.
Yeah.
Let's pick a person. Let's pick Cindy.
Wait, so I'm going? Shoot.
No. We're all gonna
go say our impressions about you.
Oh, impressions about me. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I remember we like were like adding you into the group chat and like even like eventually speaking to you. I was like, wow, this girl is so excited and I love this. She's so full of energy. And so that was, for me, that was dope because like I like people who can like match that energy, because I feel like if I have people with energy around me, I'm just like, I become like a Labrador, like, or something like that. I just get even more excited. And that's why like then when we met in person, it surprised me that you said you were an introvert. So I was like, interesting. This girl's dynamic.
You can still be loud and excited around people, but still be an introvert and want to hide out at home and not.
That was lovely. Yeah, that was lovely to see. I don't know what anyone else's thoughts on Cindy were.
I mean, so I met you in person for the first time I ever like even knew you existed. So I thought you were, you had a lot of energy, but it was like muted energy because we were like at an interview. And I just knew you were really lactose intolerant.
We're gonna go back to that.
But like, I mean, I think it says something that we were at like an interview where there's like, I don't know, maybe 30 people at least, and we found each other and made a connection. Like, because I feel like I didn't make a lot of connections with other interviewees necessarily as I was like going on different interviews. So I thought you were really cool. I thought like, I don't know, you were really impressive because you had said something about how you used to be a teacher and I do research in New York City. And I was like, oh my God, New York City. Like, that's so cool. But yeah, no, you seemed really cool. And I'm glad we got to reconnect.
Wow, thank you.
I think impressive is a good word. Yeah. Because I remember you saying that you were teaching in California, and I don't remember exactly what you said the first time we met on Zoom, but I remember being like, wow, okay, like, that's like a cool like journey to like where you're at now. So impressive. I like that word, impressive. Yeah, and just super kind.
Yeah, You're really passionate. Like I could see because you're into like school psych and like, or not school psych, but yeah, kind of. I don't know.
Like with
You're
kids,
into like, school and children, yeah. But it was like, oh, she used to be a teacher, and now she's like wanting to like, you know, get into the minds of her students, which I thought was cool.
Wow. I'm so flattered. Thanks, y'all.
Okay, let's do Tatiana because I'm gonna make us do her because I feel like she was gonna say me next.
No.
I think that like speaks to who you are, though. You're so like planned, and I don't know what the word is, like the mom of the group. Like you.
I've literally never gotten that before.
I just feel like you were like you were the one who wanted to coordinate things, and like you wanted us all to meet. You were really excited, which made me excited. So I was like, because I was more nervous than excited. So like, I don't know. I fed off of your energy, and it was good. And yeah, I remember stalking your Twitter and being like, I really like this girl. She's like this is like too much information maybe, but you were like looking for a roommate for your apartment. Like those were the tweets I remember seeing in the beginning. And you're like, we want a person of color, because we were like strong women of color and like all this stuff. And I was like, oh, like, okay, like I like this girl. But yeah, no, I thought you were super dope as well. I didn't really know like what to expect because we had chatted a little bit on Twitter. And I remember you sending me like resources like off the bat, and I was like, wow, like she's really kind. She's not going to be like someone who's competing with me, which I was worried about because I know that happens at other programs. But you were like really, I don't know, you wanted me to thrive from the beginning, so that made me happy.
It was the fellowships and the grant Excel sheet that I
yeah. I was like, okay, I like this girl. But yeah, you were really excited and like enthusiastic, and I could feel that from the screen. I feel like.
I think I must have stalked you somewhere too, because I think I remember seeing that post of you looking for a roommate.
I had some roommate issues before.
Because I remember you like saying like, you're like, we're all women of color and looking for like a woman of color too. So yeah, I definitely must have stalked. But I don't use Twitter, so it wasn't on Twitter though.
I was gonna say like what Brianna said about like you being impressive. Is that the word that you use? Not impressive.
I would use impressive for all of you, so I mean it's still.
Describe you as impressive. Yeah. You're like, what was that word? Oh, it was fine.
But like for me, like you right off the bat came off as like a go-getter. I was like, this girl like knows what she wants and she just goes after it like without abandon. And I think that was something that I really admired about you. Of like there are certain things that like, you know, I can still get insecure about, like chasing my dreams and all that stuff. And even though I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but even though I'm in the doc program, sometimes I'm like, I don't know, like can I actually do it? But I think seeing your passion and your drive for like I need to get, you know, this scholarship list done or whatever. I need to sign up for these classes. I need to do this. Like right off the bat, you were like in it and you're like ready to go get anything that you want and to like have it ready, have it all planned out. And I was like, yeah, I need that energy. Very inspiring.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, go-getter, ambitious. And I think another first impression was that I thought I had the sense that you traveled a lot. I think that's because your Instagram.
Oh yeah, I got the little flags on my Instagram. That was right.
Which I was like, oh, okay, that's me. I love traveling.
Oh my god, how cool would it be after COVID if we did a trip together? I don't know where, but like somewhere.
I'm so down.
Somewhere
like you knew what you wanted for sure. And then when I talked to you, I think it was our first Zoom, and we were just talking about like our stories of like how we got to TC. And you were just like, yes, like I stalked the professor. Like you were very on it. Like you knew this is where
he
you
knows
wanted
it too. Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, like I feel like I kind of like just threw a dart out and like ended up somewhere, but you like really knew like this is where you wanted to go.
Yeah. That's sweet, guys. Let's do Brianna or Sandra.
Sandra's next, so.
First impressions of Sandra. I can go first. Well, like I think like I said beforehand, I feel that at the jump, I feel that you're like an observer. Like you know, you are saying that like you're an extrovert, and we were even talking about like our Myers-Briggs letters or something like that.
Oh yeah.
We had like the same ones or something like. Yeah, and I think that there was like a bunch of other things that like we had like as similarities, other than the fact that, you know, we're both Latinas in the program. But I was just like, I really dig this girl, because I also usually very much dig people who have like seemingly opposite first presenting personalities than I do, because it makes me more curious to like get to how, like, what are you hiding? Like, what, like, you are selective with the people, it seems, that you want to be with. So I really appreciated that. And I'm sure I'm going to like also know a little bit more about you once like we actually meet in person too. But I really like that. And I like that we're both in the same Latino psych class, and that we can like still like converse about those types of things, and that you actually indulged me by joining into the class. Like, it was literally, Sandra was just like, are there more people that come to this? And I was like, well, last week there was, but today it looks like I'm alone with you. And you were just like good and rolling with the punches, and we were just like just talking about like just our own experiences, like, you know, with like our own histories and like stuff that we may not have known about, you know, Mexican culture there, or like Ecuadorian stuff. You're South American, they always lump us in there. But that was, yeah, those are kind of like my first impressions, like a quiet, but like I feel like you're the one who is going to like make us work a little bit to get to know you more. That's my first.
I think I'm definitely probably easier in person.
Yeah.
The Zoom thing, yeah, it's a little bit of a struggle.
Mm-hmm. But also, sorry, one more thing, just so like it's not just you're this like a shy, like, no, because I also know that like just from what you're putting out like on like Instagram or any of those other things, like you're also really freaking cool. Like the fact that like you have like that motorcycle license, the fact that like, and also independent, because you're going from like state to state, like you clearly are like a good friend if like your friends are letting you stay with them in these different places, and like just crazy, like, and I like to think I have friends in different places, but none that I could like stay with like off the jump like that, other than like Amanda, who just like is right here. But like so clearly you are internally like a good person if you have folks like that around the States for you.
That's good. I'd hope so. I mean, I'm glad these people let me like, yeah, just like, hey, live with us. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of also impulsive a little bit too, like Brianna was saying, like it's like if there's something I like am curious about, I might like be hesitant, but then I'm like, okay, let me just do it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So here I am in Denver.
Mm-hmm. I saw Cindy, you had your hand up.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go next.
Okay, go for it.
So Sandra, my first impression of you. Well, before I met you, I think I heard from the other doc students, you know, about like the 2 different tracks that the doc students are on. And so I was like, oh, like I really hope that I get to like be with someone who's also on like, you know, like the master's level track or whatever. And so when I found out that you were, I was like very excited, because I think if I were to be on that track with myself, I would feel really lonely and like kind of like the rest of the cohort. So I was really excited about that. But then I was like, oh shoot, like will our personalities mesh? Like what if like, you know, like she's like not like, you know, personable or sociable, which is like totally like unrealistic. So when I finally like met you on Zoom, I was like, oh my gosh, like I feel like we have like I don't know, similar vibes, but like very different like ways of like different perspectives, in the sense of like you're an extrovert and I'm an introvert, but somehow we come off as like
different.
Yeah, different, like if that makes sense. So I felt really
totally makes sense.
Like right off the bat, I was like, oh, like she seems chill, like I can do chill. Like if I'm gonna be on the same track with this girl for like the next 5 years, like she better be chill.
She better be chill.
I like that word. I feel like I am very chill. Like I'm like, go with the flow, see what happens. I'm very type B too. But also like I guess if that be a little bit type A to be in a doctorate too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love that you're chill, Sandra, and I love that we get to like be on this track together.
Thanks.
It's hard, so I'm glad that you're.
Yeah, Simi has saved me.
Yeah, Sandra, I thought you were chill. That's a really good definition of you. I remember because my first impressions of you came from your Instagram, I think, And I remember like stalking your Instagram. But it was funny because like my friend was with me at the same time that like I found out who you were and like your Instagram and stuff. So like we were both looking at it at the same time.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh wow, she has a lot of friends. And then it was just funny because like my Instagram doesn't have like pictures with like anyone. It's like just me. And so then we got in this whole conversation about how I look like super conceited. But anyway, we were like looking your Instagram. It's filled with like happiness and friends and adventures. And I'm just like, aw. And that's when I also was like, you know, she's from out of state. Maybe I should reach out to her to room together too, because that would be really cool. But it's because, yeah, I got super good vibes from you. Like you were, I don't know, adventurous is like the word that comes to me for you, because it was like your Instagram is so like, I don't know, happy. It's got all these different journeys on it. So yeah, I thought you were adventurous. I also, yeah, I thought that it would take a minute to get to know you too, just because like, I don't know, I feel like me and Tatiana especially were super like out there and just like, this is us. Like, but Sandra, it was
like, I apologize.
But it was harder to like know you, and I was like, what is she thinking? Like the first few, I was just like, does she like me? And then I remember like asking my mom, like, should I reach out to her about like living together, or would that be weird? Like, what if she doesn't like me, and like all this stuff. So I finally just did it, and you were super chill about it, and everything was cool. But yeah, I thought you were cool.
Thank you. I love words of affirmation. This is nice.
Okay, it's Brianna's turn, right?
Oh, it's Brianna's turn.
First impressions: creative, ambitious, and I love like how you're so creative, because that's something I love, like art and music and all that, but I like can't. Maybe I can. I've been trying to take pictures though. I just got a new film camera, but yeah, like I just like really admire creativity, because that's something like I want to adventure more out too. And I think I noticed that too right away on your Instagram, and how ambitious you were and connected to like the community. And that's another one of my like passions. So I like felt like I really connected with your ideals.
My heart.
You go.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I got called on. So Brianna, first impression, that was when we met in person at the interview. I remember like the way that you talked about your research. It's funny that you say that you think you don't have your like research interests like all sorted out and stuff. I felt like the way that you shared it with me, not girl, the way that you shared it with me, like I was like, this girl like knows what she wants to do. I feel like your heart was always with like the people that you want to serve, like your community, and I feel like your heart was always with how can I, make sure that they're doing well. It's not like you're not doing it for yourself necessarily. It's more for like the people that you want to care for. And I felt that heart from you from the very beginning. And I think that's why I was like, I really want to connect with this girl. And I think this is for all of us. Like, I feel like we're all so like, passionate about serving our communities. And I think that's why we're all here clearly. But especially with Brianna, like, I think the word like dreamer and visionary, like those two terms are a bit for me when I think of you. Like, like along with being creative, like you want to think of ways to better serve the people you want to care for, the people you want to prioritize in your work. So yeah, there you have it.
Wow, that's crazy. You got that from like that one. We only had like maybe two conversations.
Wow. That's what the connection was like. I mean, like
yeah.
Yeah. Like there are some people that you could just feel. Like I feel that like I try very hard to like I was saying before, to not let like if I have like a bad first impression of something, not that I had a bad first impression of me, but just like in general, like if I have a bad first impression, I try really hard to make sure that I don't keep that in my brain. But like at my core though, I feel like I trust my gut when I like a person off the jump. And I feel like I immediately liked you, Brianna, off of the jump. Just like, I don't know if I felt it like off of just like the Twitter, like off of like the excitement, but like I feel like my first impression of you was just that you were so open to receive, which seems like it would be such a common thing, but like people are very like closed off nowadays, I feel, and like very guarded for valid reasons. But kind of going off of like what Cindy and Sandra were saying, that like the fact that like, you know, they use words like dreamer. I remember describing it to Andrew after like you had left my like from visiting me. Like one of the main things I remember telling him was like, I just really love her energy, because she's not like, you know, like in no way, shape or form do you come across as like as naive to like the atrocities that are going on in the world. Like you are very aware of it, but you are also very hopeful that you can be a change maker in those things. And I think that those are the type of people that I love gravitating towards, because I feel that like as you get older, it's very hard to keep that mentality. And I feel that I try really hard to keep that mentality, and it gets harder as you get older. So the fact that like you have that and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere is definitely one of the reasons why like I'm super, super drawn to you. Just like, and of course, like, you know, we had like that whole weekend where you were coming to visit, and it was cracking me up that you were saying that your mom was like, your mom was just, I was like super excited for you coming to visit me. And your mom, when you told me, she said that, isn't that a little intrusive that you're going over to her place? When you told me that, I was like, no, she doesn't know. I told her to come. But yeah, I feel like that's like the first impressions that I got from you, like first open, but then just like your heart is open as well, as I like got to know you a little bit better. So don't lose that. I like
that. That is so sweet. You guys are
so cute. That warmed my heart.
I know, that was like so unexpected.